Hello guys, and welcome to Simple Spec Games. There are a lot of promising indie games that are still in development. So in this video, we are gonna see top 21 upcoming action game from indie developers. Land of Symbiosis is an action-packed survival RPG that's set in a procedurally generated alien world. Players can explore this vast environment either solo or in cooperative multiplayer mode with up to 4 players. The gameplay revolves around resource gathering, base building, and defending against waves of creatures drawn to the electromagnetic emissions of your technology. As you progress, you'll encounter increasingly dangerous biomes and underground scientific camps. The game introduces innovative base defense systems, allowing players to use walls, traps, turrets, and other mechanisms to protect their bases. Buramato is a visually stunning action-adventure game inspired by the rich folklore of Borneo. Players take on the role of a silent amnesiac wanderer, navigating a semi-open world filled with mythical creatures and breathtaking landscapes. The gameplay emphasizes fast-paced combat, where players chain fluid combos and utilize the powers of their enigmatic fairy companion, Purpura Pandurata, to defeat colossal guardians and nightmarish monsters. Exploration is key, as players traverse lush plains, floating islands, and the towering tree of Murang, uncovering lost memories and piecing together the protagonist's mysterious past. Ronin Samurai Redemption is a third-person action RPG set in feudal Japan, blending historical elements with supernatural themes. Players take on the role of 3 disgraced samurai who defy their fate and become Ronin, seeking redemption by battling dark forces that plague the land. The gameplay focuses on dynamic combat, where players can switch between the 3 Ronin, each with unique skills and fighting styles. As you progress, you'll face mythical creatures like Oni and Soul Stealers, solve mysteries, and collect mystical key to unlock magical powers. The game also emphasizes exploration and storytelling, with players traversing increasingly dangerous mystical levels to confront the Angel of Death. DEATHGRIP is a sci-fi combat racing game that combines high-speed thrills with intense vehicular combat. Players pilot futuristic hovercrafts through challenging tracks filled with twists, turns, and shortcuts, all while engaging in fierce battles against AI or other players. The gameplay emphasizes precision and strategy, as players must master drifting, weapon usage, and track navigation to outmaneuver opponents and claim victory. The game features multiple modes, including time trials and combat races, offering a variety of challenges to test your skills. Players can earn credits to unlock new hovercrafts, upgrade their vehicles, and personalize their appearance with cosmetics. UNYIELDER is an intense single-player game that combines elements of boss rush, movement-based FPS, and rogue looter genres. The gameplay is fast-paced and action-packed, requiring players to assemble a unique arsenal of weapons and perks to face increasingly challenging enemies. Set in the dystopian ruins of Erebus, Antarctica, players navigate through war-torn landscapes, defeating foes and collecting loot to grow stronger. The game emphasizes agility and creativity, allowing players to experiment with bizarre weapons and volatile powers to create their own unique play style. Comix Zero is a unique action RPG that blends the comic book aesthetic with gameplay elements from beat-em-ups, Metroidvania, and roguelike genres. Players step into the shoes of Zero, an immortal protagonist navigating a dystopian comic book world. The game unfolds across the pages of a graphic novel, with each panel representing a new area or challenge. Players can jump between panels, smash through borders, and uncover secrets hidden in the margins. A standout feature is the memory loss mechanic. Each time Zero dies, he loses pieces of his memory, which impacts interactions and the storyline. Altered Alma is a 2D Metroidvania game that's set in the cyberpunk-inspired city of Neo Barcelona. The gameplay combines classic non-linear exploration with RPG elements, allowing players to navigate a vibrant pixel art world filled with challenges and mysteries. Players take on the role of Jack, a character who must uncover secrets, battle enemies, and forge relationships in this futuristic setting. The game offers a mix of intense combat, platforming, and puzzle solving, ensuring a dynamic experience as players progress through its story-rich environment. Players can upgrade Jack's abilities, customize their play style, and even engage in dating simulation elements to build relationships with other characters. Metal Bringer is a roguelike action-adventure game that takes place in a sci-fi world where players control humanoid labor and giant mechs called arms. The gameplay revolves around customizing these robots to suit your playstyle, with options to change their appearance, fighting styles, and abilities. Players will explore a mysterious world, battling hordes of enemies and uncovering secrets while upgrading their characters through collectible app discs. These discs enhance abilities, but are lost upon defeat, adding a layer of challenge and strategy to each run. The game also features dynamic combat, where players can adapt by using enemy parts to repair or upgrade their arms on the go. Abyss X Zero is a 3D Metroidvania game that combines classic gameplay elements with modern design. Players explore an expansive world filled with intricately designed dungeons and stylish low-poly visuals, reminiscent of the 32 and 64-bit gaming era. The game features two protagonists, Codename A and Codename Z, who are destined to clash. Each character has unique abilities that not only influence combat, but also how players interact with the environment. This dual character mechanic adds depth to the gameplay, encouraging players to experiment with different strategies and approaches. Twilight Monk is a 2.5D action RPG that blends Metroidvania exploration with RPG elements. The game revolves around Raziel's quest to recover the 3 rings of the Triskelion and stop the traitor Nox, all while battling demons and uncovering the secrets of the shattered world of Speria. The game features intricate dungeons, an expansive overworld map, and a rich narrative that immerses players in its dark fantasy setting. Gameplay emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and combat, with dungeons that hold hidden treasures, secret passages, and areas that require new skills to access. Players can level up, gain new abilities, and revisit dungeons to uncover their mysteries. "13Z The Zodiac Trials" is a fast-paced hack-and-slash roguelike action game where players embark on a celestial journey to become the 13th Zodiac Guardian. The game challenges players to face waves of monstrous foes and colossal Zodiac Guardians in evolving arenas. Each run allows players to forge unique builds, unlock powerful upgrades, and master diverse characters, such as the lightning-fast fox or the precise long-range raven. The gameplay is dynamic and rewards adaptability, strategy, and skill as players progress through the trials. Between runs, players return to a bustling village hub where they can interact with other guardians, upgrade abilities, and prepare for the next challenge. Troublemaker 2 Beyond Dream is an open-world action comedy beat-em-up game set in the fictional city of South Jakarta, Indonesia. The game continues the story of the gang and the Beyond Dream band, 2 years after the events of the original Troublemaker. Players take on the roles of Jordan and Booty as they navigate the challenges of teenage life, friendship, and dreams, all while uncovering the dark secrets of the city. The game features a vibrant urban environment filled with activities, side stories, and mini-games that add depth to the gameplay experience. The game emphasizes exploration, with plenty of hidden areas and secrets to discover in the sprawling city. Reignbreaker is a high-octane action roguelike set in a dystopian medieval punk world. Players step into the role of Clef, a fearless rebel and former child soldier who leads an uprising against a tyrannical kingdom. The game features fast-paced, brutal combat with a growing arsenal of motorized javelins, which serve as both weapons and tools for exploration. Players battle through hordes of high-tech medieval machines, uncover secrets, and plunder treasures hidden within the Queen's Grand Bastion. The gameplay rewards flashy combos, counters, and strategic use of power-ups, creating a thrilling and dynamic experience. Akatori is a captivating Metroidvania action platformer that combines classic gameplay with a unique world-switching mechanic. Players take on the role of Mako, a teenage girl raised in the Firebird Temple, who embarks on a journey to save her homeland and the universe from destruction. The game features a beautifully crafted pixel art world with over 10 biomes, each with its own unique species and secrets. Mako wields a quarterstaff and a hand fan, allowing her to perform melee and ranged attacks, as well as execute stylish combos both on the ground and in midair. One of the standout features of Akatori is its World Warp ability, which lets players switch between two parallel dimensions to unlock new areas and solve puzzles. Replaced is a 2.5D sci-fi retrofuturistic action platformer that's set in an alternate 1980s America. Players take on the role of Reach, an artificial intelligence trapped in a human body against its will. The game combines cinematic platforming, pixel art, and free-flow action combat, creating a visually stunning and immersive experience. Set in and around Phoenix City, the story delves into a dystopian world ruled by corruption and greed, where human organs are treated as currency. The narrative explores themes of identity, humanity, and survival in a society that has taken a dark turn. Combat is dynamic and fluid, allowing players to engage in fast-paced action sequences. Mariachi Legends is a combat-oriented Metroidvania game that's set in the heart of Mexico. The game follows Pablo Cruz, a detective who strikes a deal with death herself. This pact grants him the ability to transform into La Sombra, a powerful entity, to combat evil forces threatening his hometown, Santa Mascota. The gameplay combines fast-paced combat with exploration, as players navigate beautifully crafted pixel art environments inspired by Mexican folklore. The combat system in Mariachi Legends is dynamic and skill-based, requiring precise timing and reflexes. Players can utilize a variety of weapons, from guns and swords to magical abilities, allowing for a personalized fighting style. Alabaster Dawn is an upcoming 2.5D action RPG developed by Radical Fish Games, the creators of Crosscode. The game is set in the shattered world of Tiran Sol, where players take on the role of Juno, an outcast chosen, tasked with defeating Nyx and restoring humanity. The gameplay features a dynamic combat system inspired by titles like Devil May Cry and Kingdom Hearts. Players can wield 4 elemental powers and 8 unique weapons, offering strategic depth and versatility in battles. The combat system emphasizes stylish combos and adaptability, allowing players to switch setups even during combat. Active Blood is an intense beat-em-up action game set in a dystopian version of Bandung, Indonesia. The gameplay emphasizes fast-paced, brutal hand-to-hand combat, where players must master a variety of fighting techniques to survive. The game features a third-person perspective, allowing players to fully immerse themselves in the gritty, urban environment. Each level presents unique challenges, including waves of enemies, environmental hazards, and boss battles that test both strategy and reflexes. The combat system is fluid and dynamic, rewarding players who can chain together combos and adapt to different enemy types.
The hunt isn't over, and I won't stop until I kill them all.
Light No Fire is an ambitious open-world survival game developed by Hello Games, the creators of No Man's Sky. The gameplay revolves around exploration, building, and survival on a massive fantasy planet the size of Earth. Players can team up in multiplayer mode to construct persistent communities, explore diverse biomes, and face unique enemies. The game offers a sandbox experience with RPG depth, allowing players to carve out their own paths, whether by taming wild beasts, sailing across vast oceans, or uncovering ancient mysteries. The game emphasizes freedom and creativity, encouraging players to interact with the environment and shape their own stories. Radio the Universe is a dark, atmospheric action game that blends pixel art with a haunting sci-fi aesthetic. Players take on the role of an immortal wanderer navigating a sprawling, decayed city that feels both ancient and futuristic. The gameplay is a mix of fast-paced combat and exploration, with a focus on precision and timing. Players must master a variety of weapons and abilities to defeat enemies, while also solving environmental puzzles to progress through the labyrinthine world. The game's combat is challenging, requiring strategic thinking and quick reflexes, as enemies are relentless and varied in their attack patterns. Rubinite is a dark fantasy action game that emphasizes intense boss battles and strategic combat. The game features a unique focus mechanic, allowing players to pinpoint enemy weaknesses and execute precise thrust attacks. Players take on the role of Ruby, a princess who has escaped from the Scarlet Kingdom, embarking on a perilous journey through a pixel art world filled with formidable foes. The gameplay is designed to challenge players' reflexes and decision-making, offering a mix of fast-paced action and tactical depth. The game's boss rush format means players face a series of challenging encounters, each requiring a different approach to overcome. So that is the video. Which game that interests you? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.